Trevor was 20 years old and studying sound engineering at Expression College in Emeryville. He had just been accepted into the Marine. Sheldon, a 23-year-old, was an Oakland chef and Trevor's best friend. They drove 2.5 hours to Bucks Lake in the Plumas National Forest. The area was lush and wooded, perfect for a weekend in the wilderness. They studied maps before choosing a remote site near Sandy Point.
They also didn't know that other campers were nearby.
Release. Both young men had used LSD together before around the Bay Area. But this time, Trevor wanted an ultimate experience. According to witnesses, he wanted to take as much LSD as he could without permanently damaging his brain. Each of them consumed approximately 10 doses. In the early morning hours of August 22nd, campers at nearby Mill Creek noticed smoke. A small fire was burning about 1/4 of an acre. They called emergency crews and firefighters rushed to the scene.
But when they arrived, they found Sheldon Stewart barely conscious, with puncture wounds in his neck, his shirt and jacket soaked in blood.
After extinguishing the blaze, they found a badly charred body with multiple stab wounds. It appeared to be Trevor Hinsky's body. Sheldon was transported to Enaloy Medical Center in Chico.
So I says to the nurse, I says, "That's not a thermometer." And then the alarms went off, but it was hilarious.
Authorities didn't believe him. The stab wounds on Sheldon's neck were in an almost perfect row and appeared self-inflicted. Confronted by police, Sheldon changed his story and admitted to stabbing Trevor. Investigators found buried evidence, a backpack, cell phone, and the folding knife believed to have killed Trevor.
During the trial in June 2017, lawyers argued he acted in self-defense while under the influence of LSD.
The jury deliberated for less than a day and found Sheldon Stewart guilty of first-degree murder and arson. On August 31st, 2017, he was sentenced to 26 years to life in prison. The case still haunts the quiet forest around Bucks Lake. In September 2023, a family went on a camping trip to the Boise National Forest.
Okay, everyone, let's get this unloaded.
Where should we put the tent?
Right there by the trees. It's perfect.
They placed sleeping bags and a lantern near tall trees in the mist. Two young twins play with their dog, running between burned pine trunks. That evening, they ate together by a small light, surrounded by calm blue fog. Beneath them, the soil is weak and full of old fire scars. The fog grows thicker. The forest is calm and silent. Inside, the family rested while the trees swayed above them. Before sunrise, a low groan comes from deep in the ground. A large pine, weakened by time, leaned slowly toward the tent. The roots broke one by one, releasing the weight above. The tree falls onto the tent. Then everything stops. For a moment, nothing moved. The mist covered everything. At sunrise, rescuers walk through the fog with flashlights. They find the tent under the fallen tree. The forest is silent again. The parents stand frozen. The air feels heavy and cold.
The dog. A burden so heavy, it required every ounce of their collective strength just to budge it an inch.
The town later gathers to comfort the grieving family. Candles surround a simple MS Paint portrait drawn in remembrance. No wind, no storm, only a fallen tree and a silent forest. In 1959, a group of experienced hikers set out into the frozen mountains of the Soviet North. None of them would return. 9 hikers marched through heavy snow toward the pass, unaware of the storm to come. They plan carefully, record every step, and build a tent high on the slope.
Something stirs in the night. The hikers move, uneasy, within the tent.
They cut their way out and flee into the storm without shoes or coats. Weeks later, rescuers find the tent half buried, torn open from the inside. Inside, food remains untouched, boots neatly stacked by the entrance. Investigators follow the trail downhill through snow and silence.
The rescuers dig for weeks. The mountain keeps its secrets.
Weeks later, searchers uncover more remains beneath layers of snow, far from the camp.
Clothes show signs of radiation. The cause of death remains unclear.
Theories spread. Avalanche. Military test. Unknown force.
Authorities close the case, calling it an accident caused by nature.
Years later, researchers return, still haunted by the mystery.
The mountain stands silent, forever holding its secrets beneath the snow. In 1980, a young family camped beneath the red cliffs of the Australian desert. Parents lit a fire and shared dinner as the desert cooled. Near the shadows, a wild animal approached the quiet camp.
A cry pierced the air, and the parents turned toward the tent.
In the confusion, a dingo was seen running into the dark beyond the firelight. Authorities arrived before dawn to document the scene. Tracks and fibers were collected carefully across the sand. Soon, doubt and rumor spread among the public and the press.
This court cannot ignore the overwhelming proof of their misconduct.
We ask the court to dismiss these baseless accusations immediately.
Years passed before new findings emerged near the desert cliffs. searchers uncovered clothing and materials linked to the case. Tests confirmed an animal attack as the most likely cause.
Look around you. The time for complacency is over. We have to embrace this change and fight for our future.
The narrator reflects on lessons learned from tragedy and truth. Uluru stands quiet again under desert stars, remembering the story. In the summer of 1960, 4 young campers arrived at a quiet Finnish lake surrounded by deep forest. They pitched a small tent near the shore, laughter echoing across the water. As night fell, fog settled over the lake, and silence returned. The surviving camper was taken to hospital, unable to explain the night. Theories spread quickly: outsider, local, or someone within the group. Police searched the area for days, collecting every trace of evidence. Local rumors grew as newspapers spread the mysterious story. One man confessed while drunk, then denied it the next morning.
DNA testing pointed back to one of the original survivors. After long trials, the accused was found not guilty of all charges.
Despite decades of study, the real cause remains unknown. Local legend turned Lake Bodom into a name whispered with unease.
Tourists still visit, leaving flowers at the quiet shoreline.
The mist drifts over the lake, keeping its story frozen in time.